Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish the story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you gotta do is push the back button. That's all you gotta do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much, so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's your boy, Coach Lee. Happy Sunday morning to you. Happy NFL Sunday morning to you. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Insight Show, where we give you the uncut, the raw, and the unadulterated. But, man, we're back at it like we're mad at it. Hopefully, y'all had a great weekend thus far. A lot of big games going on today. And as always, hopefully we can help y'all get your roster set up, unless you're playing one of us. With that being said, man, let's get the CEO, the head honcho, the man in charge up in this bad boy, Uncle Leroy Jr. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what up, man? Appreciate you, man. It's a dude on the Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. Yes, you know, I got to represent the champs today on our Fantasy Football Insight live show. So definitely appreciate everyone who got those shirts. Y'all can find them on our website. But, man, it is more than midway point in the fantasy football world, man. So, now's where the rubber meets the road.
Make your break it right now.
Yeah. What you say?
It's getting close, man. It's make or break time right now.
That is true. So that's definitely why everyone who's need to be tapped into our show, man, because we get some pretty good fantasy football tips.
And if it don't work, got that disclaimer.
We'll block it. You already know. Oh, wait, I'm already having technical issues.
Shout out to you, Jake and Chris. Appreciate y'all hopping in with us, man.
Facts. Appreciate that.
The first question. Josh Allen struggles against the Bengals. Baker Mayfield is going against the Texans. Who should I start?
What was that?
Josh Allen struggles against the Bengals, and Baker Mayfield is going against the Texans. Who should I start? Who do you trust the most?
Man, like, you can't go against Josh Allen. I mean, at the end of the day, with me, how I do my lineups, my stars play. It's the guys I roll with, and Josh Allen is one of them. I'm going to play him. You can't sit him. And if you do sit him and he have a great game, you're going to look like the fool of the laughing stock of the league. But I mean, that's a great point. He does. He doesn't do well against the Bengals, and now this week they have Hamlin coming, back to the place where he got hurt. So it's going to be a real tearjerker. But I mean, this ain't tennis. This ain't, none of them tier emotional sports. This is football. So I think Josh Allen will still do well because why? On the other side of the ball, we got big play Joe. I mean, I say big play Tate, Joe Burrow, so definitely I'll go with them. I don't see the Baker. I don't see the Baker.
I agree with Uncle on this, and I'm like, Josh Allen's bad day is probably going to be Baker's good day.
That part. It's the upside. You got to go with the upside. If y'all think back, I was riding this Baker Mayfield train in the beginning when people weren't even on Baker Mayfield. I was starting him. So, I mean, now, we're settled off in the league, and now you got to go for show money. You know what I'm saying? You don't take those stretches. So, Baker Mayfield, is a good temp, but, I don't see it.
Now, if you got the choice between those two.
Right. Exactly.
So, man, as always, let's go ahead and get it fired up, man. Let's look at this injury reports. Got some that came across a little bit late, man. So, let me see where it's at. Here we go. So, Deshaun Watson, is he going to play today is the key thing. I know he tried to come back a couple of weeks ago. He only got like 16 snaps, I believe. And it didn't do so hot. So,
if you all are still riding this, like myself included, I had my team name, one of my teams, I think in the minor league, is Deshaun of the Dead. And guess what? My team is in dead last, messing around with Deshaun Watson, wondering if he's going to play, if he's going to, who to play after him. So, I mean, if you are still messing with Deshaun Watson, you know what? You already packed your bags with me and you're ready for the next season. So we can move on to someone besides Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun. Justin Fields, he's still dealing with the thumb injury. He is doubtful for today against your Saints.
Yeah, exactly. No love lost here. So, my Saints will come marching in and, hey, do what we do.
I picked y'all to win today, man.
You the Janksters. The last time you picked us to win, we came back and fluke lost.
I got trust. Speaking of food, right here, man, Kyler Murray. He's still out today, and they haven't taken him. No, I'm sorry, he was taken off the FUP list. And that opens up that 21-day practice window for him. They traded Dobbs away last week. What do you expect out of him this year, if anything?
Like the first part of the season has been for him? Nothing. I mean, to me, that was a poor judgment call on the front end, the front office of Arizona for letting Joshua Dobbs go, because to me, he's been a bright point of the offense. He's been the only consistent piece. Kyler Murray, to me, is like waiting on Santa Claus. Okay, hey, you know what? Hopefully come this year and hopefully he brings better gifts than last year. So at this point, he's another one like Deshaun Watson. It's time to just, count your losses. He's one of them.
Yeah. And I also think this is probably a form of them doing some organic tanking. He won one game with Dobbs against my Cowboys, but he still was sufficient enough where they could have won another game. So I think they moved him out, got something for a player that they traded for right before the season started. Don't expect more from Kyler. And I think if possible, they may try to move Kyler during the offseason.
I'm pretty sure because, look when he's coming back. He's right now.
This one, Matthew Stafford, they actually had him as a questionable, but about 10 to 15 minutes ago, he was ruled out. That that he had last week. I wonder how significant that injury is, but they're running with Brett Rippon, nephew of Super Bowl champion Mark Rippon.
Yes.
Expect anything from him?
Just to do what it is, just like, how can I put this? When your parents leave for vacation, you as a kid, what they used to always tell the kids, hey, you know what? Don't wreck the house. Don't set the house on fire. Just keep it, keep it here until we come back. And that's the only thing that they're expecting out of him. Hey, they're not expecting him to go out and put up, throw 50 attempts. Nah, they just expect him to keep the car, not lose back. Keep the car, keep the house not on fire. Don't set the house on fire. Keep the car where it's not wrecked.
That's true. That's true. Danny Dimes. He's out the injury report. He did practice for a week this week. He's been out for 3 games. They played Monday night against the probable NFC North champion Lions. It's probably the same type of situation we said earlier with Baker and Josh. Play him if you have to.
Danny Dimes need to be Danny Gomes. Like, his whole season, the Giants, this is indicative of his career, high expectations and they don't follow through. So, I think, this is, next year's going to be rebuilding. So I'm not, it doesn't matter who's at quarterback, they're not going to do well. And it's not going to be solely on their success is not going to be on the quarterback. So,
right. I'm trying to tell you.
Now, this next one, Tyrod Taylor, he's one that I would want to talk about because he's been, one of the he's had a rough career. He was supposed to be the starting quarterback for then, before Justin Herbert.
Yep.
Then what I'm saying, I'm gonna say a conspiracy theorist. Some conspiracy happened, and we're talking about him on a whole different team, and maybe the third string.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate for him. He just can't seem to catch a break. But hey,
Right.
He's made a good living. He's finding people that are bringing him in and getting that paycheck.
Yeah.
Now, this is my favorite position, running backs. Let's see. So with the running backs,
we got the music.
Not the music, the injury report music. So Joe Mixon, chest injury. He's questionable for today, playing against the Bills. Other than that, unless you are a diehard Bengals fan, what has Joe really done this year?
Nothing. Not much.
Not much. But they said if you have to, you can roll with Chris Evans or Travion Williams as a backup. I think if you're at that point, but you just hope to get like 5 to 10 points out of that position if you're down to that. Because the starter's not doing too much, and then you have to go with his backups. Yeah.
Right.
Now this guy here, man, he's definitely I don't know if it's the scheme change, the coaching change, or he's just having a sophomore slump. But he looked like a darling last year. That's Damian Pierce of the Texans. He came in with gangbusters last year. Been very, very subtle, but he's out today with the ankle injury.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's why they're saying start
Devin Singletary.
Yes, I have him.
He used to play for the Bears, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thought that name sounded familiar. You are the running back whisperer. So
hey,
advice, run with him. He knows. He speaks to the elements. Boston Scott of the Eagles. He's out today for personal reasons, but hey, they all right. They still got Rashad Penny and Swift. What's kind of Gainwell as well. But when Penny came over from Seattle, it seemed like everybody was like going crazy. It got the stacked running back room. Swift went off almost 200 yards against Minnesota, but I think they had 26 yards rushing last week or something like that.
Damn.
So they looking kind of sus, but they might come in today and run for 300 against my Cowboys. You know how that works. Kendre Miller of your Saints. His illness. He's questionable. But hey, I thought he was going to have some big contributions. What's his role on that offense?
Who? Sorry.
Kendre Miller.
Like I said, who? He hasn't carved out any role yet. So like I think, right now we just definitely just taking, we're just coasting right now. We got the Saints. We have what is it? We have a fairly easy schedule. You know what I'm saying? Right now we have an easy game, so it's definitely once again it's just like, what? Hey, just don't wreck the car.
Right. Okay. Wide receivers. Drake London is out with a groin injury. So in his absence, got to roll with Van Johnson and Mac Hollins. And Ritter got benched.
Uh-oh.
So it's Taylor Heineke time. So maybe you might see a resurgence, or actually, I wouldn't say a resurgence because he never showed up. You may see the appearance of one Kyle Pitts.
Right.
Because I do think Heineke is a very serviceable quarterback. I think Washington made a mistake letting him go. But hey, it is right. There's the reason why Washington is Washington. Puka Nacua, knee injury is questionable. So in his absence, obviously, you still got Cooper Kupp there, but you got to go with Tutu Atwell or Ben Skowronek as the number 2 and 3 receivers. How much will he be missed?
Man, I mean, you got, he's part of a system right there. It's like a rotation, so his ability to be a anchor in the offense will be missed, but I mean, it's the next man up. And then I got to, who's starting this week?
Tutu Atwell.
Yes, I mean, so he's definitely a good. He's serviceable, but they won't miss anything because they still got Cooper Kupp, and they still have Cooper Kupp.
It starts with Cooper and ends with Cooper.
That part. That's what made him relevant.
Alan Lazard, he's questionable with the knee injury. Obviously Randall Cobb is coming back to help get to take that number 2 spot behind Garrett Wilson. But I thought it was interesting. I saw a report yesterday that there was an attempt by the Jets to try to go get Devontae Adams from Vegas.
Hey, see, to me, I took that as, what? Adams is, he's unhappy. And we've seen the best years of him, in his rearview mirror now because, now, we've seen him voice, his issues doing some post interviews. And now, it's out there. Other teams are looking for him. So, I think he's going to get into like that Julio Jones situation or even, where is it like, hey, he wants out, but now his head is so out of the game. No team is going to be, he's going to do a disservice to any team that gets, he gets him.
Right. Also another aspect of that too is what does that probably signify on the progression of one discount double check, Aaron Rodgers? Because Adams comes with a hefty price tag. You really don't want to put a Maserati and Adams with the Ford Pinto and Zach Wilson. So that's probably a good sign as far as progression. Not saying he's going to come back this year, but they're expecting him to have a full recovery.
Right. This whole season was really, really weird.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more, man. Right. 4 plays in, he was out, and it seemed like at the beginning of the season there was a lot of people turning their knees up and stuff like that, and now it seemed to kind of settle down. Could that be contributed to conditioning, probably? The lack of contact in practice?
What it's always been. And people, argue me down back in the days and argue the league down. Oh, we need to, shorten the preseason. So it's shortened and it still has injuries, and it was like, and it's always at the end of the day, it's all on you. If you're having issues, it's on you. It's your conditioning. Yep. So yeah, I think it's lack of conditioning.
That part. I agree with you 100%. Josh Downs is questionable with the knee injury for the Colts. Josh Palmer, he is out with the knee injury. If I'm a receiver and the Chargers trying to bring me there, I'm going to probably have to respectfully to decline. They cannot keep a healthy wide out there.
Facts. That is a true statement.
Devontae Parker of the Patriots, is out with the concussion, so keep a lookout for that. And they've already lost Kendrick Bourne with the knee injury, so he has been put on IR. Will we see the emergence of one Juju Smith-Schuster, or nah? His best days behind him when he was second behind
That part. We've seen his
behind
best
Brown.
days. That's it.
Yeah, years ago. Curtis Samuel of the Commanders. I'm gonna say the other ones, the politically incorrect name for them, but he's out with the toe injury. People don't understand those toe injuries, man. If you ever had turf toe, man, it will make you sit down.
Yeah, I've never had turf toe, but just the idea, I had a bunion on my toe. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't put a sock on that joker, so it was like, shoot, that hurted. But yeah.
We talked about Kendrick Bourne. He's placed on IR with the knee injury. DJ Chark rather, elbow is questionable today against the Colts. Panthers need all they can get. Randall Cobb is off the injury report as mentioned earlier, so he should be ready to report on Monday nights. And then at the same time, Alan Lazard, like we spoke about earlier, is out with the knee, so it's just a swapperoo there. Swapperoo, baby. Term it. Michael Wilson of the Cardinals, shoulder injury. Yeah, it's the Cardinals. Laviska Shenault, the DeSoto Eagle. He is out with the ankle injury. That's when you got the mini helmet for, isn't it?
Yes.
What I thought. I be remembering.
I see that. Okay, yes. It's at the studio.
Tyquan Thornton is questionable with the foot injury. Who's left in New England to catch balls? They're going to go get Dez Bryant.
They got Bill Belichick.
Robert Woods, I keep forgetting he's still in the league. He's remains out with the foot injury. So you got to ride with Noah Brown and Nico Collins.
That's it.
And Greg Dortch, another one for the Cardinals. Have no idea who this young man is. But yeah, leave it like that. Tight ends. Darren Waller. When was the last time he was healthy?
Man, he's a big disappointment.
He's out for the next 4 games as he's been put on IR with a hamstring injury.
Big disappointment.
So, the shooting woes continue for the New York Football Giants. Pharaoh Brown of the Patriots, tight end, back is questionable. Again, who's catching passes in New England? Man.
Yeah, it's a struggle. It's bad.
Then you got Colin Grayson of the Colts is off the injury report. Brevin Jordan, foot is out for the Texans. Again, don't know who any of those guys are. And this one's pretty interesting. Graham Gano, and I want to say it's interesting because we just rounded off all these injuries that the Giants have. It's got to be something in the water.
Facts.
And then, obviously, key defensive players, Dante Jackson of the Panthers out with a quad. Von Bell, quadriceps as well for the Panthers is out. And pretty much about it. Vita Vea of the Buccaneers, groin is questionable. And Sheldon Rankins of the Texans with the knee. Anybody stamp out to you, brother?
Nah, nothing.
Nothing. All right. Well, we're gonna take us a quick break. Then we're gonna come and hit you across your forehead with the start them and sit them. So hold on to your butts. We'll be back in about 15, 20.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Breaux here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
Welcome back to the Fantasy Football Inside Show. It's your boy Coach Lee and up in the building, giving us that knowledge and dropping them nuggets on us like that.
Hey, I heard you do that. Hey, Don't say the Uncle Leroy without the junior. But you said Uncle, so I'll give you a pass.
It's love and admiration, man.
Nice.
So we just went over the injury report. A couple of high points there. So we're gonna go to the best part, probably the part everybody waits on, the stardom and sit 'em. So we definitely got some insights to that. When the beat started dropping, man, they cut it off on us. I'm ready to rock and roll with it, baby. So for this week, we've got our injury report. I'm sorry, start them and sit them. Right off the bat. David Carr. Do y'all have buyer's remorse behind that?
About him being starting?
Yep.
Oh, no, I think that's actually a good start, because
Going in Chicago?
Right, exactly. And Chicago hasn't had the best, hasn't had the best chances, put up the best defense against the pass, and they don't have their starting quarterback. So I definitely think he's going to do well. I think, I got him listed like at number 11 for this week on out of the quarterbacks. So, I think he's had like over 2 games with 300 yards. So I think he's, he should do well this week.
I totally
And then
agree.
they're playing in New Orleans.
At
Which
home,
I think as a Brees, it
rowdy.
doesn't matter. I mean, back in the day, that used to matter. You know what I'm saying? With this new team, it doesn't matter. But when Drew Brees and the old Saints was at home, we would win. Even back when Aaron Brooks saw herself.
I still believe in the magic of the Superdome, man.
Thank you. I guess you believe in the pixie dust at Walt Disney World, too.
Nah. I believe in home field advantage, I can say that my favorite football team that I cheer for, we don't really have a home field advantage when it comes to the fans. See, we got quarterbacks to start. Dak Prescott. He's the 8th ranked quarterback going up against Philadelphia at the link today. And this is a lot of people don't realize this because I know Philly's balling. They're 7-1, I think. 7-1. They're handling business. But they are suspect on the back end of that defense.
Yes.
They are 30th against quarterbacks. But is it going to be Rain Dakota Prescott that shows up today or Prozac Dak? Which one's going to show up?
I got to rank a little bit higher this week because, it's a divisional game. So I got to rank that like 7. So I think, like you said, I got this little Tasmanian devil up under my chair right here. So I have to make sure, she's tearing up the right stuff.
Keeping you busy.
But yes, but I think he'll do well this week. Last game, we went out there and had a decent outing. So I think, he'll continue to have a decent outing this week too.
Okay. Sam Howell going up against New England. He's the 9th ranked quarterback, and New England is 19th rating against opposing quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think last week, we seen some highlights, some flashes of who we thought he was or what he can be, Sam Howell. So I think, this week, he should do pretty well because last week he threw a touchdown to almost Scary Terry, so
almost Scary Terry.
Yeah.
Surprise Terry.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, he had a big week last week. That last touchdown he passed, he threw in the left-hand side of the end zone. That was picture perfect. Right over the DB's hands. The linebacker's hands. Where the receivers, great kids too. Ain't gonna knock that, but great placement of the ball.
Agreed.
Gardner Minshew. Minshew
mania. Yes, sir. The magic of the stash.
Now, I'm a little surprised at this one. He's the 12th ranked quarterback. He's going up against Carolina, which is 9th. That's a little. I don't know about the start of the week with him.
Yeah, I guess because now I think they got their running game, they got their identity back, and Gardner Minshew, like I said, he has the ability to, win games, but he also has the ability to lose it. So, like you said, I got him ranked as 12, and in a not so good matchup because they do have some DBs out there in Carolina, and they also have the ability to move the ball on the offense. So I think this will be a managed game. So I don't know what your expectations are for a quarterback to go out. You want them to get 30, 40, points, but I think he'll have a really good, run of the middle of the crowd
Serviceable.
type of game. Right, exactly.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. He got a good running game behind him, so he should, with Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor, so he should be all
Right.
right. Um, Probably offensive rookie of the year, C.J. Stroud of the Houston Texans, going up against Bay. Yeah, black.
So, Tasmanian Devil, she's on the move now. So I didn't hear what you said.
I'll say C.J. Stroud, probably the front runner for the offensive rookie of the year. He had an
In an
off week
offense
last
that's
week.
not winning anything.
Yeah, that's true, but baby steps. I believe in Ryan. I mean, yeah, I believe in him. And Coach Ryan, he's gonna have him right.
All right. But yeah, he has been having, the best out of best season so far out of all the rookie quarterbacks.
I
That's for
would agree with
certain.
that. I would definitely agree with that. Sleep. Somebody asked about him earlier today. He had Baker Mayfield. Going up against Houston. Got him down as a sleeper.
Right, yeah, we got him ranked as 16th this week out of quarterbacks. Let me all this noise. But
He had fun.
yeah, random fun. Just like how Baker Mayfield is going to be out there on the field today, just randomly having fun, randomly making passes. But once again, does he have the ability to make plays? Yes, but I think we've seen his governor. Like on those calls, he can't go past this thing. We seen him hit his threshold, and so I don't think he'll go out there and have a really good game against the Houston Texans in Houston.
Okay, I can see that.
Talking about my Saints too. We went down there and lost. That was very embarrassing.
Mac Jones.
I
I'm
think he had a
surprised he
pretty
didn't
good
get
game.
traded. I
To
think he
me,
does too against Washington. Washington has
yeah.
nobody left on the defensive line.
Yes, now he would be a sleeper pick for me with a higher ceiling than both of those sleepers because why? They don't have anything. They don't have anyone. So Washington, like we said last week, they came off a really good game, so they're expected to score some points. So Mac Jones will be forced to have to score points. So I think he's going to throw the ball, and that's going to put them in a situation to where he's going to have more points. That's why I'm starting him this week.
Okay, I can see that. Dropping those nuggets.
Hey, little something. Yeah,
The other
Max.
rookie, Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all right, I guess. But he's down as a sleeper. I don't know, man.
I'll let him sleep and just go with that running game. That's it.
That's all I got to say about that.
Exactly. I'm about to have a really big carousel, and that's all you need to go, just go with. Just rock with the Chuba Hubbard. I think Miles Sanders. He still might be in the mix, but yeah, definitely Chuba Hubbard.
That part. Okay. Quarterbacks to sit. One, Geno Smith. He started off hot, but he is going up against Baltimore.
Yeah. I would say him. I was never a really big fan on Geno. Jordan Love, next, him too. I'm not a big fan of him.
You don't believe in Jordan Love?
No.
Jordan gets no love.
Exactly. Next on him too.
Danny Jones, same field,
Next.
Bust alert. Will Levis. We already saw that the other night. He did bust.
Expected.
Running backs to start. Rashad White. He's had a couple of decent games this year.
True. I mean, I wouldn't
right home to.
exactly to make him so high on this list. But yeah, he's serviceable because once again, it's just the situation he's in.
Mhm. Zach Moss for the
Definitely,
Colts.
definitely got to start him.
They gonna grind it today. Ramondre Stevenson. Here's the thing he's a New England back. In the past, New England backs were usually serviceable because they catch a lot of balls.
Mhm.
Balls. But at the end of the day, I think Zeke being there takes away from his goal line touches. I can still see him
Mhm.
being productive though, because Washington is a little suspect. So I'll probably say go ahead and start him.
Yeah, I mean you got to. Definitely. He's the main. He's the main running back in New England, so you definitely got to give him a start. Of course, Zeke's going to vulture away some of those carries and touchdowns, but once again, who else they got?
That part. Jerome Ford. Oh, they actually got them. I think this is from earlier from Jake, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he called it earlier. A Jerome Ford and Kareem Hunt type of day. They got both of them actually together. All right, Jake, I see you dropping those nuggets. And we do have a final. The Chiefs beat the Dolphins 21-14. After being up 21-0 at halftime, but Dolphins came up just short.
That was a power play right there.
Darrell Henderson Jr. of the Rams, he's probably going to get a lot of runs today because they are starting ripping today. With the effort being out, Puno's he's hurt. So yeah, so might get a steady dose of him today, just to get up out of Green Bay. Sleepers, Chuba Hubbard, running back of the Panthers.
Didn't even see this. Told y'all.
He's a running back whisperer.
Yeah.
Justice Hill of the Ravens going up against Seattle. I can see that. Ravens kind of clicking right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Charbonnet going up against Baltimore. I guess. Yes. Yeah.
If
I
you
guess.
if you benching if you benching a quarterback and you don't have a running back like Derrick Henry, why would he be a sleeper? You know what I'm
That part. Make it make sense.
saying? That part.
Running back, excuse me, to sit Jalen Warren, who's probably safe to say, even though he's a sit recommendation this week, he's a starting running back in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Devin Singletary, yeah, Perry's not doing this thing. He gonna get some touches. Deontay Foreman, he's only been in the league 5 years. Sounds like he's been here a lot longer than that. I can see that. And then the bust alert, Alexander Madison. Yeah, they have nothing right now. I'm probably going to be safe to say, even though Dobbs is up there, Minnesota's probably going to end up with the top overall pick this year. So you're probably going to see Caleb Williams throwing to JJ.
Yeah.
And I can see that because his other was it Addison was his wide receiver at USC last year. He's already up there. So I definitely see that happening.
Yeah.
Wide receivers to start, Deontay Johnson, Nico Collins, who's quietly having a decent season. He's got 33 catches on 48 targets, 577 yards, 3 tubs, and putting
Cutting
about
up.
15 and a half fantasy points a game. Pretty nice there. Pretty nice. Zay Flowers. Somebody asked me about him when I was at the Ranger Parade on Friday. Somebody started talking about Zay Flowers. The irony. Josh Downs. Yeah. What's the other wide receiver that's up there?
Pittman.
Yeah. What's going on with him?
I don't know. See, I was one that got Josh Downs early, and yeah, I've been eating. So I only go with winners. So once Pittman started losing, he fell off, and I just remember the guy formerly known as who's winning.
Okay. Okay. T. Higgins going up against Buffalo. We talked about that a little bit earlier today. How Buffalo can be got a little bit, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sleepers, Johan Dotson. He had a big week last week.
Yeah, he was one.
Demario Douglas. So that's who's catching the ball in New England because everybody else is hurt. I can see him being a sleeper. Somebody got to catch it.
That part.
Rashid Shaheed. Now, Olave. Why do you think he's struggling this year, huh?
Ole, 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 ole. Because of Chris Carr. I mean, because you gotta look at it. So at the end of the day, it's like you go into something what people expect to happen, and then but what people expect to happen normally doesn't really happen. Everyone's expecting Olave to have a good game, a good season, a good connection with Carr, but that wasn't the case. And now we're seeing Rashid Shaheed stepping up and trying to get in this, filling this role because why? Something is not there. Easy. If it's something continuity, the continuity is not there. Either it's they don't like each other. Their time is just off, but it's just not there. So I don't, I can only say it's from lack of timing, lack of putting in the right work. If that makes sense. If something's not working, then that means you all failed at putting in the time, the right time to make it work. And I think that's what we see, that didn't happen.
Dropping those nuggets, man. Yeah. Sophomore slump, maybe we'll see if he regroups. So like he's not focused on what's going on the field, other stuff, other white noise going on for him. So hopefully he rebounds from that. But at the same time, Rashid can get in there, stake his claim, and take that spot.
But I'm sorry, my black brother. Why do we have to say the white noise?
Oh.
Hey, disclaimer, I don't give a damn. I just felt they just need to say that because all our F5 super woke people in the audience.
Wide receivers to sit, DJ Moore.
Oh man, it's hard. Yeah, I gotta sit him. I have him in a couple leagues, and yeah, I gotta sit him this week. I'm about to sit him right now.
I'm signing off on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the quarterbacks, the quarterback situation definitely, definitely hurt him. So
Kristen Watson. Again, there's another guy's probably having a sophomore slump, but it probably has more to do with the quarterback play than him himself. But he's gone 3 games in a row without a tub. And the thing, and what makes that sad is those last 2 games have been against Denver and Minnesota.
Yeah.
So on the year, 11 catches, 176 yards, 1 touchdown. That's dismal.
Man, look at you with the big words.
It's Sunday morning, man. I just woke up. It's all good brain working right now.
Okay. Easy like Sunday morning. I'm with it.
KJ Osborne up in Minnesota. Yeah, anybody associated with Minnesota in the passing game or offensively right now is definitely a sit.
Yeah.
Bust alerts. Hollywood Brown. Downtown Brown.
Man, it's hard. I'm sitting him, like right now, you just heard me drop one guy. I just dropped because I had benched I swapped out DJ Moore for Hollywood Brown. And I was like, yeah, this ain't a good pick. So I'm picking up Douglas. So I'm going for a reach this week.
Okay.
So,
but you're not staying pat.
I like that. Exactly.
Tight ends to start. Dalton Kincaid. Young man starting to arrive. I'm liking what he's doing. 30 catches, 258 yards and a touchdown so far. He's starting to find his thing, and I think he's about to get ready to surpass Dawson Nix, who is out. as the starting tight end for them. And that's the equivalent of them having a running game. Trey McBride start with Ertz has been Ertz is on injury reserve, if I'm not mistaken. So hey, step in, take advantage of his opportunity. My man right here, Jake Ferguson, man. Sleeper.
That was
Keep an
cute.
eye out for this young man.
That was cute. We've been keeping our eye
Dawson
open.
too.
We've been keeping our eye open. We just ain't seen nothing.
Yeah. I know you saw that tub last week. Ah! We gonna see him this week. I think he gonna get him another one today. Not being a homer, just being factual. Sleepers, David Njoku. Now this young man here, man, I keep waiting for him. I know he got hurt. You know, he had the burns and stuff like that during the season. But I'm like, I keep expecting for him to just say arrive and stake his claim as one of the top tight ends in the league. He's got all the physical skills and attributes.
Agreed. And so if it's not happening, then that just shows you there's a mental breakdown somewhere. He's not fully committed. There's a distraction that's getting the best of him because, I got him during his first season, because, of those characteristics that you just said. He has the ability to make big plays. He has the physique of a wide receiver playing, the skills of a wide receiver playing the tight end position. But it's all not there. So, like I said, I'm sleep. You can leave him sleep. Like that mofo slay. Leave sleeping dog sleep. Or lay.
Logan Thomas, I think he caught him one last week.
I've been hiring Logan. Once they get a Sam Howell gets understanding Logan Thomas, because he has the skills. So he definitely can make the plays. It's just not happening because of the quarterback.
That's true. Big play Taysom Hill.
Hey, that's always going to put a reaction out of me. So, this should be a big game that all skill players for the Saints should have a decent game.
That's true. Tight ends to sit, Jonnu Smith.
Oh, shit, I started him.
Did you really?
Yes.
Who's your other choice?
Don't have one. I've just been rocking with Jonnu Smith.
Luke Musgrave, son of Bill Musgrave.
Okay.
Yeah. Tyler Higbee. No, he might do good today. We'll see. Bust alert.
It must be that guy out in. I knew it. I was about to say, must be that guy out in Houston.
Dalton, where can I fall down after the catch shows? Not surprised whatsoever, man. Not surprised. Even though he was probably our best red zone weapon, but he just not that dude.
That's funny, man. You really don't like this guy, huh?
No, man. Too many times I'm used to seeing my tight end catch the rock and immediately turning upfield to get some yaks. Not catch the ball and wait for somebody to tap you. Nah, you're not aggressive enough for me, man.
I can dig it.
So that is our injury reports and our start them and sit them. You got about 9 minutes before kickoff. You got your lineup set yet?
I'm doing that right now, man. But that's it. Definitely getting ready to make this last run for this playoff. Y'all gonna see us get more visible in our group. Definitely appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us in our fantasy football league. So this is where the rubber meets the road, where the coaches come away from the pretenders. So it's your dude Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the junior. Till next time. What you got, Coach?
Appreciate y'all. Hey, man, shout out to you, brother, man. Big game today. Hopefully my boys do what they supposed to do. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us today. Shout out to Chris and Jake. Yeah, man. It's kind of the middle of the season for us. It's when you start jockeying for a position, people start separating. Everybody's probably bunched up a little bit, but hey, let's go get it, man. At the end of the day.
Facts.
Got about 8 minutes left. Go get it.
Let's get it. Sunday football.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the Podcasting Network, wherever you get podcasts.